Hello, and welcome to the tutorial on how to use breakout groups in Adobe Connect. The use of breakout groups is especially important in online learning because it allows the instructor to have a large enrolled class, but still able to interact in small groups. Doing this helps us move away from an online lecture model, which is almost always a mistake, and it helps to ensure what would normally be monologue is replaced by dialogue and exchange. So let's begin. Click the Breakout Room View button on top of the Attendees pod. Note, only hosts have access to this button. It's here that all the controls to create and manage breakout rooms can be found. For example, you can create a new breakout room by clicking this plus symbol, or just as easily remove one by clicking this X. You just need to decide how many rooms you want to have here, which no doubt will depend on what you expect people to discuss and achieve while in these breakout rooms. Once you're ready to populate these rooms, you can do so in several ways. For instance, you can click the Evenly Distribute from Main button, which as the name suggests, evenly distributes people at random. Or you can move someone by dragging their name on top of another room. If you want to move more than one person at a time, hold down the Control key, that's the Command key on a Mac, and just click another name before dragging. When you're satisfied where everyone is located, including yourself, you can activate the breakout rooms by clicking Start Breakouts, which I'll do right now. Notice the room's layout change? That is because we have officially left the main meeting room and we are now residing in Breakout Room 1. At this point, I can only communicate and collaborate with those that are in the same breakout room as me. And this effect applies to everyone else as well. For example, in Breakout Room 1, I can only communicate with students 1 and 4, and only they would be able to see the notes I'm typing here. This is a note. If I wanted to listen to someone in another breakout room, I would have to move my name. Additionally, I can also move anyone else around too. Say I wanted to broadcast a message to all the breakout rooms at once. The only way to do this is by clicking on the Pod Options button here and selecting Broadcast Message. 5 more minutes. Notice how each of these breakout rooms are already configured. Breakout rooms and Adobe Connect in general are persistent environments, meaning everything you do or add will remain that way until you edit or remove it. That's why, in this example, there's already a different whiteboard in each breakout room. It is strongly recommended that you prepare new rooms or clean up pre-existing rooms before your next online session. And to prepare a breakout room, you can do so in the same way you set up your main meeting, by opening the pods you want your students to interact with. We recommend in breakout rooms to always open new pods so they behave in predictable ways. You can, however, bring in pods from your main meeting or other breakout rooms, but this should only be done once you are very comfortable with using breakout rooms. For instance, if you were to open a pre-existing share pod with a PowerPoint that was previously uploaded to your main meeting and then put that same share pod into each of the breakout rooms, the moment a student from one room changed the PowerPoint slide, that slide would change in all the rooms simultaneously. That is why it's always best to open new pods to avoid this, although admittedly, there could be a time when such a feature is desired. Lastly, it's worth knowing that while breakout rooms are turned on, all participants in those rooms are promoted to presenters. This means that anyone in the breakout room would have control over the share pod, giving them ability to upload their own PowerPoints, or PDFs, or screen share an Excel spreadsheet. This empowers those in those rooms to bring in outside materials to enrich group discussions. Nevertheless, even as presenters, they cannot resize, hide, or create any new pod. Only hosts can do this. When you're ready to bring everyone back into the main meeting, click the End Breakouts right here. Remember, click the Attendee View button when finished to see the familiar interface. Of course, you can jump back and forth from either view whenever you want. A final note is that you can bring what happened in the breakout rooms into the main meeting. You can discuss, for example, what those in Breakout Room 1 wrote on their pod. This concludes the tutorial on how to use breakout rooms in Adobe Connect. Thank you.